Comedy classic returns as John Belushi and his zonked-out fraternity brothers fill National Lampoon's Animal House to overflowing. Enjoy the laughs. Next.
2 weeks ago in the Mojave Desert, they were first encountered. They were taken to a top-secret government installation beneath a major American city. They were kept in a state of suspended animation. And then, the experiments began.
Oh, God.
What?
Oh, God!
What is it, Iris?
No one was supposed to discover them. But now that someone has,
They want to know what you've done with their friend.
oh my God, the world must never know.
Don't you understand what's happening here?
Arm your weapons. We're picking up something strange. It must be 2 miles across.
They came looking for humanity and found the greatest danger in all the galaxies. Man. Wavelength.
Tomorrow.
I don't usually appear on another network, but I have to tell you that my friend Rich Little is doing a special for HBO, and I'm going to be watching it with my lawyer. No, Rich Little does such a great impression of me. As a matter of fact, in my will, I have it that if I die, they bury him. But, no, watch Rich Little's Come Laugh With Me on HBO. All I can say is, I hope they don't show it opposite my show.
You're 17 years old.
So your folks are going out of town.
You're the model son,
Just use your best judgment. You know we trust you.
but you don't necessarily want to be.
You got the place all to yourself?
You dearly want what you sorely lack.
What the?
And that just walked in the door.
Are you ready for me?
Whose do you both commend?
Tom Cruise, Rebecca De Mornay, and a lot of their friends get involved in a little
Profit motive, competition, free enterprise.
I don't remember giving permission for a party, Joe.
A party?
You wish to major in?
Business.
Business.
risky business. Premiering Wednesday, August 1st on HBO.
There's something funny going on in this house. This is Jack Butler. He's taking care of things at home while his wife Carolyn is earning a living.
It's a jungle out there.
Will this family ever be the same?
Where's Bobby keep the extra diapers?
And what about their social life?
On a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Carolyn, what are you doing in my bedroom?
Can the kids really cope with Jack at home all day?
Can I have a moment to myself, please?
While Carolyn enjoys her new identity,
Everybody, please welcome Carolyn Butler. All right.
Terry Garr and Michael Keaton star in the comedy that'll chase away the blues, warm your heart, and give you new hope for the future.
I'm your babysitter.
Shop around if you want to, but you won't find a funnier bargain than Mr. Mom. Premieres August 5th on HBO.
Rich Little never did anything nasty in his life. Except opening night at the Sands Hotel, 1975. He split his pants doing Tom Jones. Oh my God, it was probably one of the biggest openings he ever had. As a kid, he did an impression of me. And one time he answered a question in grade 9, and by the time he finished, he'd missed grade 10. I like to do Johnny Carson, or Richard Nixon, or Ronald Reagan, and Jimmy Stewart, and John Wayne, Humphrey Bogart. Those are some of my favorites, you know.
Usually the old film stars, because I'm an old film star buff. I love old movies. The older, the better. The old stars were easier to do because they were larger than life, and they were always the same. I mean, Gable was the same in every picture that he ever did, you know. And so when you mention Clark Gable, you know, instantly his image and his voice come to mind. If you mention Al Pacino, it's kind of a mixed bag, because you don't know whether you're going to, you know, you're going to do an impression from Serpico or from Cruising or from The Godfather. I mean, he's different in all, every picture he makes. But then once in a while somebody will come along like Jack Nicholson, you know. Guy will come along and have that kind of a distinctive sound, you know, that very nonchalant kind of, I don't give a damn attitude, you know. The shower is a terrific place to practice. In your car is a great place to practice, too. You know, you can roll up all the windows and really make an ass of yourself, you know. And no one will hear you, except one time in Los Angeles. It's a true story. I forgot, and I had the windows open, and I pulled up at a light, and I was going through this routine, and when I finished it, I heard applause, and I looked to my left, and there was a bus full of kids all listening, and they all applauded. And I got out of the car and took a bow. I've gone into voices from time to time. Sometimes I'm not even aware of it. One time somebody backed into my car, and it was brand new. And I just couldn't believe it. I'd only been driving it for 2 days. I just jumped out. I jumped out as Kirk Douglas. And I put a dimple right in his car.
Loosen your motor from your head to your feet. Shaking your body, don't you lose the beat. If you copy my motions the way that I do, you make me squeak as a rabbit. I promise you not. Don't look back at your back. Don't look back at your fat. I said don't look back at your fat. Don't look back at your fat on it. You're doing the pelvis. You're doing the pelvis. Pelvis side. Rabbit. I promise you not to dance with a partner, can dance alone, can Pelvisize while you're on the phone. Do anything that you want to do, but don't you stop until you're through. You're doing the pelvis, you're doing the pelvis. Pelvisize. Don't look back at your back. Don't look back at your fat. I said don't look back at your back. Don't look back at your fat on it. You're doing the pelvis. Doing the pelvis. Pelvis.
Satisfied with your present news medium?
No.
Looking for a change of pace?
Yes.
We've got a show that presents a whole new angle on the news.
Oh, you're kidding. Not these guys.
What would you say to a new show that presents the latest in news, weather, and sports?
Sounds terrific.
Yes, this is the one news program that world leaders watch most.
I don't think that's too likely.
Well, not necessarily. It's the 20th edition of Not Necessarily the News. Tomorrow on HBO.
Bell City was your average peace-loving town until the West's most wanted outlaw rode in.
A bank robber. A killer.
Damn right. Handsome Harry Holland.
He's holed up with a pretty hostage, and the people want him dead or alive.
Let's burn the hotel down.
Preferably dead.
The only way I can get out of this town is to shoot my way out.
So they send for the one man
I'm looking for Sam Starrett.
who can stand up to handsome Harry Holland.
You gotta let him be a sheriff again.
No!
It's what he was born for.
If they can keep him on his feet.
They want around here see a gunfight.
When these two legends come face to face,
We're talking. All you folks go on home.
the Old West will never be the same.
You still give yourself up, Harry.
The hell I can, Sheriff.
Kirk Douglas and James Coburn star in an HBO premiere film, Draw, Tuesday on HBO. Nick O'Brien's not a bad kid, really. He's just picked up some bad habits,
I don't want you to die.
Nothing's gonna happen to me.
made a bad enemy,
She didn't tell you about me and her, huh?
had a few bad breaks.
I see you're responsible for the death of an 8-year-old boy.
It was an accident.
And been dealt some bad luck.
Paco Moreno's here. Now, I suggest you stay cool.
I'm sorry about your little brother, Moreno.
I'm sorry about your old lady. I'm sorry I didn't get to finish the job.
Odds are he won't live to see his luck turn good.
Betting on who's gonna kill who. Moreno's the odds-on favorite.
Sean Penn.
This thing's ready to blow any minute.
Bad Boys, Thursday on HBO.
You're watching what's known in Hollywood as a money shot. The thrilling climax in action movies that hopefully produces a big payoff at the box office. For the producers of Jaws 3, this was one money shot that cost a lot to get on film, not to mention a great investment in time, effort, and above all, safety. On the Jaws 3 set, the person responsible for the outcome of the money shot was producer Rupert Hitzig. Working closely with director Joe Elvis, it was Hitzig's job to bring in this complex shot on time and on budget.
The shot we're going to do here today is the end of the part of the finale of the picture. A shark, the shark, Bruce, the great white, bursts through a control room, which floods water into a control room, trapping Dennis Quaid, Bess Armstrong, Lou Gossett, Lisa, and somebody else, Alonzo.
To get that shot, Alan Landsberg Productions constructed a huge tank on location at SeaWorld in Orlando, Florida. With over 150 crew members standing by, the setup for the sequence began by filling the tank with over 1.5 million gallons of water.
To accomplish this, we've taken the back half of the set, we put it on a giant crane.
At the right appropriate time, we will douse him from the top with water. There'll be this tremendous ton of water, and drop the set to the bottom of the tank.
We've got hundreds of thousands of gallons of water rushing in.
Because it's an intricate shot, there is a potential for danger. So safety for both cast and crew becomes a crucial concern.
First, we're going to do it dry without anybody on the platform. We're going to lower it into the water. Try and analyze the force of the water and what's going to happen. Secondly, we're going to put in stuntmen, underwater safety divers and stuntmen on there to let Lou stand up there with Joe to look down and to see what the potential for water rush and all the rest of the turbulence that's going to go on.
The pressure of the water coming in during the first shot is unknown until you feel it. Everybody has taken every precaution. And I personally feel safe, but you still don't know.
A great deal of care and planning preceded even the rehearsal of this sequence. While the crew positioned the set over the custom-made tank, tension about the potential risk begins to show. Accidents can happen anytime, anywhere, and a film set is no exception.
If, in my estimation as producer, ultimately responsible for what happens on the line, feel it is too dangerous, we won't do the shot. We have stopped some shots from being done rather than take a chance.
Finally, the time comes to run through the shot. Gathered around the tank, the actors and technicians look on, while stunt divers take their places. And the verdict.
Pretty violent. Yeah, I thought it was going to break that, for sure it was going to break the camera off the head.
We lost the video.
Really?
I don't want to do it the way it is.
The force of all that rushing water created much more turbulence than expected. It's apparent that the money shot just couldn't be done as planned without sacrificing safety. And now, a decision must be made while the crew sits and waits.
There's no stunt in the world that I would ask anybody to do that I won't do myself. When I saw the force of the water hit those two trained divers, I thought about Lisa's 98 pounds and about Lou's bad knee, and I said, there's no way that I would do it, so I'm not going to ask them to do it.
I had to make a directorial decision whether it was more important to minimize the effect and use principles, or to have the full force, the impact with professional stunt people.
It has to have that force. We cannot bring this down to a level where it's safe and make it interesting. Therefore, we have to bring the level of the safety up to match the excitement of the shot.
It's disappointing, but I'll get it.
And get it, they did. The decision was made to bring in professional stunt doubles for the actors. All told, an additional $50,000 was spent to bring the money shot in Jaws 3 crashing to the screen. The result is just as thrilling and much safer. Jaws 3, this month on HBO.
Hot summer just got hotter with a sizzling August lineup of splashes, smashes, and dashes for you on HBO. Tom Cruise is spending his parents' vacation.
So your folks are going out of town.
Engaged in a little risky business of his own.
Doesn't anyone want to accomplish anything, or do we just want to make money?
Make money.
I don't remember giving permission for a party, Joe.
A party?
So while the cat's away, Tom Cruise will play.
You ever get high, Joe?
And play.
Who's the U-boat commander?
And play.
Did you have a good time last night?
I had a great time.
In the summertime hit, Risky Business. In this family, Dad brought home the bacon, and Mom took care of the kids until Dad got canned.
I'm fired.
And Mom found a job, which turned Dad into Mr. Mom.
Got a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Now it's up to Dad to change the baby.
Where's Bobby keep the extra diapers?
Feed the kids, and entertain the neighbors. Terry Garr, Martin Mull, and Michael Keaton as Mr. Mom.
Remember the last time we were on this road?
The last time was the first time for the raunchy renegades of Porky's. And now, the day after, is Porky's 2, the next day.
So, you girls live around here?
Meet Jonathan, a preppy unprepared for life.
You pimp!
Until he finds out a boy's best friend
Did she really? And you really? Mm-hmm. Jeez.
is his best friend's mother.
Jonathan, this is my mom.
Class. With Andrew McCarthy, Cliff Robertson, and Jacqueline Bissett.
Evidently, you and I have something in common. Can you guess what that might be?
She was a special woman,
You have rules against a woman driving?
propelled by a special dream. The true story of hot rod champion Shirley Muldowney. Heart like a wheel. Pia Zadora stars as a would-be movie maker who goes after everything Hollywood has to offer in the Harold Robbins sizzler, The Lonely Lady.
Somebody is trying to kill you.
A conspiracy of silence.
I'm gonna expose all of it.
And one man holds the key.
The answer is in here somewhere.
Hal Holbrook and Michael Douglas. The Star Chamber.
In a time without mercy and a place without safety, a young girl faces a woman's choice.
Herr Bergman, may I present Miss Bertrand?
Between love and liberty, between sacrifice and the blood of others. An HBO Premiere Films presentation with Michael Ontkeen, Sam Neill, and Jodie Foster, The Blood of Others. And coming in September, the winner of 8 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, Gandhi. For the movies you want to see, there's no place like HBO.